The millennials have the credit for truly bringing the coffee culture to Indonesia. Coffee culture, the idea of coffee as a social stimulant, means that going out for a coffee has more social implications than the physical need of caffeine. So how does Indonesia stack up when it comes to coffee consumption? Therefore, in this infographic, I would like to begin by telling you on how is Indonesia's coffee consumption year by year. In 2017, the coffee consumption in Indonesia reached 276.2 tons. And then in 2018 to 2019, the trend was increasing. And in 2020 to 2021, the projection of coffee consumption in Indonesia keeps on increasing. This one is taken from the Ministry of Agriculture's data. Based on the Agriculture Data and Information System Center of the Ministry of Agriculture, the national coffee consumption in 2016 reached around 250,000 tons, or grew 10.54% to 276,000 tons. Indonesian coffee consumption during the 2016 to 2021 period is predicted to grow an average of 8.22% per year. In 2021, coffee supply is predicted to reach 795,000 tons, with consumption of 370,000 tons, resulting in a surplus of 425,000 tons. And generally, smallholders, producers sell individually to intermediaries who collect coffee cherries close to the plots rather than to cooperative association. Then the question is, how much Indonesia can produce its coffee? We are going to see Indonesian coffee production through the next graphic. In quarter 1 to quarter 3, 2019, the coffee production reached 583,000 tons and projected to reach to 729,074 tons. And this one is taken from Indonesian Coffee Exporters and Industry Association, or we call it IK. Some of the names of Indonesian coffee products that are well known commercially abroad are specialty Arabica coffee, namely Gayo coffee, Lintong coffee, Mandailing coffee, Java coffee, Luwak coffee, which have become a mainstay and Indonesian coffee icon, which is very well known abroad because it has distinctive characteristics and flavors. Due to its large amount of production, coffee is also one of the Indonesia's export commodity, which is quite important as a foreign exchange earner, except oil and gas. In addition to the increasingly open export opportunities, the domestic coffee market is also still quite large. Which countries that become Indonesia's coffee export destination? We're going to check it through the next data. Yes, Germany, 44 million US dollar. Italy, 54 million US dollar. Egypt, 57 million US dollar. Japan, 89 million US dollar. US, 255 million US dollar, and the Philippines, 421 million US dollar. Based on the data, the Philippines is the main destination country for Indonesian coffee exports, accounting for 30% of Indonesia's total coffee export with a value of 421 million US dollar. Another interesting fact is that coffee export to the Philippines are dominated by instant coffee by 99.7%. Bearing large amount of coffee production, don't forget the fact that Indonesia export coffee in the large amount as well. Who contribute the most then? Of course, the farmer or the coffee grower. Indonesia has many coffee farmers. Even Indonesia is the third country which has most coffee farmer in the world. Curious much? Let's check it through the next graphic. This is the number of world coffee farmers in million people. Colombia, 0.7 million people. Ethiopia, 2.2 million people. Uganda, 1.7 million people. Vietnam, 0.6 million people. And Indonesia, 1.3 million people. This one is taken from International Coffee Organization, or ICO, in 2019's data. Subtropical and equatorial regions provide good conditions for coffee to be grown. Therefore, countries that dominate the world's coffee production are found in South America, Africa, and Southeast Asia. And speaking of which, archipelago coffee producers are scattered in several provinces in Indonesia. So which provinces that are considered as largest coffee producing province in Indonesia? Let's check it through the next graphic. We have Aceh. This is the west part of Indonesia. And then after Aceh, we've got North Sumatra, Bengkulu, South Sumatra, Lampung, and East Java. This is 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 6 largest coffee producer or provinces that, produce coffee in Indonesia. Indonesia has a number of high-quality specialty Arabica coffees, such as Kopi Luwak, reputed to be the world's most expensive coffee, with the beans from northern Sumatra. Indeed, nearly 3/4 of coffee produced in Indonesia is Robusta, which puts it just behind Vietnam as the world's second largest Robusta producer. The lowland areas of southern Sumatra are the mainstay of Indonesian Robusta production. Currently, about 2/3 of Indonesian Robusta is produced there, which makes up nearly 50% of Indonesia's total coffee production. And remember, a bad day without coffee is better than good day without coffee. And all the best for Indonesia's coffee industry. Stay tuned on Market Headlines, because we'll be right back after the break.